Okay, guess what? It is time for another episode. Come on. And this one, I'm trying to get. This one is especially for our 10-step Karma to Dharma group. And I'm telling you, you don't want to miss this. I think. I don't know. I haven't done it yet. But, big thing kind of happens. I'm trying to get this gate open. Why won't it open? I mean, as I always say, that's Brazil. Things don't work a lot. Okay. Okay. It is 7 degrees Celsius. I know it's sunny, but it's actually pretty cold. And if you could see me, I have on a big puffy coat and a hat, Kansas City Royals hat. So it's cold. And another thing you can see is, guess what? Last time we had this podcast, a little homeless red nose started following me home. Well, start following me to the store, like a dream showed 6 months ago, like exactly. And now today, I'm taking her out for a walk on our podcast. So let's see how this goes with me trying to record. We're gonna go this way. Okay. All right. So have something to talk to you today about. And I'm smiling now, but 10 minutes ago, I was actually really releasing, like emotional release. And I want to talk to you guys about that, because right about the time this podcast drops is the time when all you in 10 step will likely be going through a similar experience, I guess, because you will be listening to the same healing recordings that I've been listening to. So it's all about releasing karmic ties with family and separating your energy and your mission from family. And this can be especially hard, like when it's your kids, whatever age. So like it can be a lot easier to do this type of work with family members that maybe you didn't spend a lot of time with growing up, or even just mom and dad. Like, I'm not saying it's easy, of course, but then what gets more difficult, at least in my experience with this program, is when you're really trying to allow your kids to have their own experiences and not take part in what am I trying to say? Like, I don't know why I'm at a loss of words. I guess it's just like interesting and can be difficult to release your kids and allow them to just be themselves, right? Because like we're most invested in our kids. We want everything for them, and like we would do anything for them. And so it just feels like sometimes it just makes it so much harder, because when my kids when they feel bad, or when they're going through something, or when I can't, let's say, pay for something for them, it's just so hard. Like, it's heartbreaking. And I know those of you listening know what I'm talking about. And it doesn't just have to be about your kids, right? So another part of the 10-step program that you all are going to be going through at the same time, or not at the same time I am, but it's just something that I'm working through right now, is the karmic bonds with your animal companions too. I mean, they're part of your family. So anyway, this part of 10-step is all about the family ties, right? The frequencies you carry forward with your family. So anyway, I've been working through that. The one in particular that I'm on right now is called Eternal Flames, and it's like twin flame energy. Don't get me started on what do I think a twin flame is and what do I think it's not. I kind of had an idea about it, but I think I'm wrong about that just based on what my dreams look like. Sorry, you guys were looking at the ground for a while. So my dreams have been, during this time, I've been showing a lot of dreams with my son, which is great. I love it because, oh my gosh, I love him so much. And I think we worked through a thing in my dream last night. It was so interesting. My son in the dream said he was not going to log into the Social Security system anymore. Like, he was basically putting his foot down and saying that he was done with being in this system. And yes, we're stopping walking because doggy is taking a poops and I gotta clean it up. Okay, I'm back on the road again. Cleaned up the thing and I'm about to throw it away. Whoops, I missed. Okay. Anyway, so in the dream, he was, signaling that he was done being in the system. And it was a Social Security system, which, let's just think about what that is. I was talking about this with Katie yesterday in Heart Space, just trying to understand a little bit more why that would have shown up. And we realized that's a system that as soon as you're born, you need to get a Social Security number, and this number follows you through life. It enters you into this system. And Katie was pointing out how it's also kind of like a facade. It's supposed to be helpful. It's supposed to, provide security, but is it a sham? Is it really doing what we need it to do? Is it, oh, look at these dogs. Oh my gosh, they're so sweet. But they're going to start barking at us. Oh, jeez. Good girl. Look at my baby. She didn't bark at all. Oh my gosh, I gotta give her a treat. Okay, this is what Melissa taught me. If I can do it. Let's see. Where's my treats? Where's my treats? Mashka? There we go. Okay, good. Let's get going. Okay, so in this dream, apparently this guy who's in charge of Social Security wanted to take a sample of my son's hair and analyze it and put it into the system. And my son is like, nope, I'm not logging into that system ever again. So, of course, in the dream, I was like thinking, well, gosh, he needs to at least try. But anyway, my point is not about how I was disruptive in the dream, but my son was showing me that he's like, no, I'm not going to be tuned into the matrix anymore. So that's actually fabuloso. Anyway, there's some more doggies. They're being good doggies too. Oh. All doggies are good doggies. What am I talking about? So, we're going to keep walking here. I don't know where we're going. I've never gone this way before. Let's see. Ouch, 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 ouch. Pinching my hand just a bit. Okay, we'll go this way. Okay. Anyway, so that was one of the dreams during Eternal Flames. And like I've told a couple of you, when I was going through the familiar frequencies recording, so that one is meant to just bring all of your family in, like extended family, like anybody who comes up, you know. And oh my gosh, in that, when I was going through that part of it, I had this dream where there was a trailer full of my family members. Like I walk in, and I'm so sorry about like all the like the dogs barking constantly. I don't know what you're smelling, but I don't think it's good. Okay. A trailer full of family members, just like extended family. And I was just processing through some of the things. There's the doggies. Okay. Geez, I think I found the treasure trove of dogs. Every morning around, let's say 2 a.m., maybe 3 a.m., I hear what sounds like a mountain full of dogs begin to bark. Oh, here's a little homeless doggy. Oh. And well, sorry, I already have one doggy. Come on. That's a big doggy. Oh boy. Okay. Wow. It's an interesting place to walk. I'm just spreading the love. Okay. What was I talking about now? I forgot. Yeah, I had that trailer full of family, processing through that. Anyway, I've had during this time, during this part of the healing, the family karmic bonds type of healing, in 10-step, I have just had so many dreams with lots of different family members. Now, is it common to have dreams with family members in it? Well, yeah, but it was just too starkly different than my other dreams to not attribute it to the healing. And by this time, I'm pretty confident that my meditations bring up what they are intended to bring up, and help people work through that just by the the messages and the love that is infused in those healings, and then the program clearing, the programming that comes out during the dreams, and then Melissa clearing the programming. It's all a great package for full healing. Anyway, what I actually was meaning to talk about on this beautiful walk and beautiful day is something that I found out about last night. Is that okay, I'm just going to say it. I'm going to stop beating around the bush and just say it. So in a few of these podcasts, I've been talking about an attack, like a psychic attack, and a literal attack on mine and Melissa's business, the Dharma Vita. And it's a smear campaign. And it hasn't felt good, but I will say it's been a great learning experience. You know, like I know that I'm meant to learn from it, and that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm not letting that experience be lost in the projections and the anger and the words and everything that are coming up. Anyhoozle, what I wanted to say is I found out that this particular person has been telling people a story, a lie, about a series of recordings that I put together. These were channeled messages called Galactic Partner Integration, and I had 2 series of them, 4 recordings each. I got, gosh, all of this, like, oh, there's a doggy, same markings as mine. I gotta get out of this. Oh my gosh, goodness, this is intense. Oh my gosh. Okay. Galactic Partner Integration was, oops, somebody left food on the street. This series that I just I knew that I needed to do. It came to me in a dream, as most of my stuff does. And the message was that there was a piece of our souls, basically, or like a piece of us that has not been able to be integrated within us as of yet, because the energy of the planet was low and we ourselves were not prepared for it. So there's a homeless doggy. Anyway, okay, there's a problem. Okay. Our energies weren't ready for it, but in my dream, it was saying, like, this is coming, and I was going to be able to be part of this. And by the name Galactic Partner, like, yeah, I get it. Some people are confused, and I was too, about the name, like, why is it that? But in the dream, it was definitely the piece that the piece of each of us that needed to come together was in the dream called a galactic partner. Now, it was so interesting because as I did it, and I do it live with a group, and each person in the group gets to ask a question while I'm channeling, and then the answers come through, and then the answers become part of the recording, and then people have that recording. It's a nice meditation put to some beautiful music that was made by my music person. She does all the music for me, except for like one piece, I think. And Vera, you can find her on my website. You can actually have her make your own, or like music for you too. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is this person said, and I don't want to focus on what the person said because it's frankly so ridiculous. I can't even, you know? Oh boy. She being so good. Yeah, I gotta get away from the dogs again. Oh my gosh. Before I can talk. Oh my gosh, it's so distracting. Okay. I don't even know where I left off, but I'm just going to say these galactic partner integrations, GPI as I call them, were so beautiful. And it's meant, the whole idea of an integration, and I'm just going to say that in quotes, because it's not anything weird. It's just the language that I used. And it's that we are preparing, like it's a series of clearings. The first 4 is a lot of clearings, and then just kind of like light that comes in. I do a lot of light language in GPI in the first series of GPI. It's a lot of light language. Anyway, it is to clear out junk within your system so that you can be prepared to receive more light, like more light than you've been accustomed to. And I have a video up on my website that explains a lot of what people went through during the first 4 recordings, and it was just so profound and beautiful. The idea is that it's bringing in all of this beautiful light to help people bring in their own light, to receive their own light, raise their vibration, and be ready for changing energies. Like as each of us changes and develops and heals, we bring more light. Like we have more capacity for light. It can only be great. More dogs. Anyway, that's the first series of GPI, which just it was so beautiful for everyone involved. And for somebody to say anything about it, like, oh, you know, it could have stuck me right in the heart, right? Could have. Okay, so the second part of the series was even more beautiful. There was not light language, but there was a lot of just light and energy coming through and just healing. Like they're technically not healings that I was doing, and it was very clear that it wasn't a healing. It was just like clearing and preparing for more light. And actually, by light, I'm meaning more of compassion, like a way to carry the compassion that was going to come through. This is something that we may think here on the planet, oh yeah, I'm compassionate, like I'm empathetic, or you know, I feel for other people or whatever, but that is not what we're talking about. It's something that it has not been experienced yet, and that's what this the GPI was preparing people for. Now, like I said, in the second series, it's, oh my gosh, helping align people more into the light. And it was working on clairaudience, which the messages that came through was that clairaudience is not your physical ear. It's not even like hearing thoughts in your head or whatever, like people think about it. It is a way of feeling the messages, or feeling love, compassion, whatever the message coming forward is. It's a way of feeling it with your body. And it was really an alignment of sorry, I was just about to say something really important, and then the dog was just like woof woof woof. A way of aligning your crystalline structures within your body to allow you to feel differently. Like, and I don't mean to feel different, I mean allowing you to feel in a different type of way that you haven't been able to feel before. Having these crystals aligned within yourself is important for that feeling. Now, I didn't know any of this until I was actually channeling it. Anyway, on the very last GPI recording of the second series, I just want to say it was so super beautiful. Essentially, those who are angels emerged. And I don't know how else to say it, but that's the only way I can really say it. There's a quote in there, and I guess it's me saying it, but it's really, it's really that I was channeling everybody's galactic parts, everybody's missing part from their higher vibrational selves. Okay, it wasn't like Lyrans or starseed kind of stuff, which is fine, but that's not what it was. Galactic parts were higher vibrational pieces of all the participants that were now coming forward to be activated within them, to assist them in the ascension, to assist them with allowing their angelic energies, their angelic selves to be revealed at the time they needed to be revealed. Okay, so I think what I would suggest is, if you're feeling drawn to do the Galactic Partner Integration Series, the two of them, do it. And don't listen to the idiotic lies about what I'm doing. This is my mission. And so this is really what I was getting at, that I really wanted to do, is just today, when I was part of the mark clearing with Nochi, Melissa, and Katie, and it was a group that Nochi had put together from Japan. Beautiful, beautiful group. We did the mark clearing on about 11 people, and I suddenly was just filled with love and an understanding of something that I hadn't understood before. It just came through me swiftly, and I just felt all this love from those ladies and from the group there. And it was just the night before that I had heard this news smear about my GPI series and the beauty of it. And so at the time when I heard it, I thought, oh, that's ridiculous. Like, and it's laughable, and it is. And I think I probably didn't even tell you what it is. It was that, the galactic people or beings that Janice works with. And I mean, as I just described to you, I'm not working with galactic beings. Again, not that there's anything wrong with it, but that's not what that was. It was an integration of everybody's higher vibrational self. Anyway, uninformed people say uninformed things. This person didn't even ask me about it. In fact, there was actually a conversation about the dream that I had the day after I had it, a physical conversation with the person smearing me, where that person tuned in to what I was doing and said all kinds of great things about it. So, okay. So the person said that this galactic group that I'm working with has captured 15% of all souls in the world, or all souls available, whatever that is, also, and is holding them captive because I'm in the dark and all this kind of ridiculous stuff. Anyway, when I heard that, obviously I'm like, well, that's ridiculous. But if you'll remember from a previous podcast, I was talking about how I didn't call things out like the way that it was coming through to me, like the feeling. And Melissa helped me through that, and I was able to talk about that, like, wow, that person is just being an a-hole, that kind of thing. But this time, I could already feel the growth, because instead of that, which again, there's nothing wrong with that. That's just where I was at the time. But instead of that, I was filled with love. And I just felt something so deep around it and around those who surrounded me with their vibration and love. And then later, and this was the next morning, what I wanted to tell you was, like, I asked myself, like, okay, is this anger? And no, I started crying and releasing emotion around it instead of anger. And I guess as I'm saying it, it's like, it sounds like just words. I don't know. Like, I guess I don't feel like I'm really able to capture what happened to me. So I just held you guys for like 30 minutes, and now I'm like, I don't know how to say it. But I just responded with love within myself, not like, oh, I'm sending love to that person, or I'm clearing myself, or changing anything like that. But it was like I just felt love, not like, and oh yeah, and another thing that I just felt was so big was that I understood that the love was within me, and it wasn't like I didn't feel that love because I had a friend or a husband or that group of people. Although, like I said, I did feel their love, but that's not what I'm talking about in this right now. It's just that I just realized the love is within me. And when you hear these bad things about yourself, or, you know, I shouldn't even say bad, because whatever, but I gotta get out of this place. It's been just kind of a constant barrage of sort of attacks on my character and attacks on the character of those I work with, and now attacks on my actual work that is in the light. Anyway. Uh-oh. Oh, sorry. It just like, it's like enough already. Like, don't you have your own life? Don't you have your own things to worry about? Don't you have your own clients? Like, aren't you supposed to be in the light? Anyway, I just filled with love that was within me. And wow, what a feeling. Wow. And guess what? I'm here, back home. Okay, so I'm back home. There's the baby barking at our neighbors. And I guess that's the end of today's story. You know, just like this feeling of being within my own love. Yeah, within my own love. Thank you. I'll see you guys later.